Hey, what's going on, everybody? Red Rhino Music here, bringing you another video. Recently, on this past Sunday at E3, Turn 10 and Playground Games revealed Forza Horizon 4. They kind of threw everybody off with the whole Japan thing, and now it's the UK, which is pretty cool, actually. Obviously, the racing community is pretty hyped about this, and I thought I would try to gather some information on the game and some of the new things we'll be seeing this year in Forza. Obviously, I can't know everything yet, but this is everything that I know so far. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button below so you can get notified for when I upload new videos. Now let's get into it. Alright, so the new map. It's in the UK. I feel like this is actually a pretty cool choice. There's not many games that take place in the UK, and the fact that they made a racing game, one of the most exploration-based type of racing games that is, in a place like the UK, I think that's pretty cool. Now, I've never been to the UK, or even out of the US for that matter, but just hearing about like the driving and the roads in the UK from like the internet or like Top Gear or something like that, they always make fun of these two things. And Forza Horizon actually kind of plays into that. There are potholes and there's road work. At least in these two screenshots, you can notice a pothole and some road work going on the left side. So who knows how much of a role that plays into the game, but I think it's cool that they played into that little running joke. There are a lot more animals. Throughout the trailer, you just see a ton of sheep everywhere, and throughout any of the gameplay video that you can see online, there's just a bunch of sheep and deer and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. It adds to the wildlife of the game. One of the bigger changes this year is there are 4 seasons. You go from winter to spring to summer to fall, and they actually affect the map more than just visually. So if there's like a lake in the summer, in the winter that lake will freeze over and you can then drive over it, which is awesome. I believe they mentioned that each season will be a week long in-game time, so I'm not sure how long that is. I feel like a half hour is the day and a half hour is the night or something like that of a day, so maybe like a couple hours, maybe an hour or something. I don't know. It's been a while since I played Forza and I haven't paid that much attention to the time. But also things such as wheat fields will progress through seasons, being like snowy in the winter, green in the spring, and then eventually becoming ready to harvest, and it's like that gold wheat color. That's pretty cool. And from some of the video of the McLaren Senna, it's drifting at one point and there's a bunch of leaves on the ground that fly through the air when he goes by. I believe those are going to be there and be like dynamic, which is pretty cool. I like stuff like that. It's the little touches that matter. And speaking of 4s as the 4 seasons, this is the first Forza Horizon game to actually be in full 4K from launch. Horizon 3 eventually was 4K, but this is the first naturally 4K game. According to a live stream I was watching earlier on Mixer of Major Nelson playing, this will be the first Forza Horizon game that will be in full 60 FPS rather than 30 like the last. This time around, the devs thought about making the festival a year-round thing rather than a summer vacation type of festival, and from their own words, in quotes here, this means you need a house. You can't just sleep in your car. You have to get yourself a job, and we'll get more into that later. But I expect in-game support for Spotify, kind of like how they had Groove Music in Forza Horizon 3, which nobody used. Windows 10 and Xbox now both have a Spotify app, and I feel like since Groove Music has died, Spotify only makes sense to put into the game, which I think would be awesome. Drifting seems to be getting a lot more love this time. The first car pack is the Formula Drift pack. There are also the drift zones coming back from Forza Horizon 3, and there's also a drift suspension option, like the off-roading option. There's kind of like these emote chat bubble things. You can see those in the E3 gameplay demo. The person in the RSRX asked the person in the Nissan, I believe, if they want to go drifting, and it's all on screen. Also, this game is 100% online. It seems like they've done away with drivatars for the most part in free roam, and now they just have real people, similar to how the crew does it. And it does also feature an offline mode, I guess if your internet doesn't work or something, but you're always pretty much going to be online. This game also features crossplay between Xbox and PC, and supposedly there's 72 player online, like in a lobby at a time. There are over 450 cars before the monthly car packs start. So from day one, you'll have 450 cars roughly, if you don't get the day one DLC and the drift pack and stuff like that. And then on the website, it says the car pass will give you an extra 42 cars, taking it to almost 500. That's just below 500, and that doesn't include the 2 expansions, which there will be 2 expansions. I don't even know what they could possibly be yet, but they've already said that there's going to be 2 of them. A lot more objects are breakable now. You see quite a bit in the gameplay and the trailer that people just drive straight up through brick walls. I think that's pretty cool because those were always annoying in the last Horizon and the one before that as well. There are these things called Horizon Stories where you meet people from around the in-game UK and they like give you jobs and driving opportunities. So you can get jobs now, like being a stunt driver or driving a car for like a documentary, or you could be a taxi driver allegedly. That's heavily rumored, and you can also be a car reviewer, and the car reviewer part is confirmed. That's from the developers themselves. They already said that. Customization seems to be on par with Horizon 3 and hopefully features more mods and more cars to apply them to. I know in Horizon 3 there was only like a certain amount of cars or a certain type of car or like something you could do to it, and I'm just hoping you could see some more of that this time around and not just those limited cars. I feel like with the amount of avatars you see throughout the trailer, there will be some avatar customization such as clothes and stuff like that. And as I mentioned before, houses are coming to Forza Horizon 4. On the website, under the VIP Pass section, it says, VIP Pass will give you access to, quote, 3 exclusive Forza Edition cars, VIP Crown Flare, VIP Vanity items, a VIP emote, a car horn, and a free player house, and 2-time credit race rewards. So they confirmed that there are houses in the game. There are some pictures of some of them, and the developer said, you eventually start off in a cottage, like a small, like, quaint cottage in the country, and then you eventually can expand up to this giant castle that's on the side of a mountain, which is pretty awesome. There are going to be 10 of them in the game, and I assume you unlock more of them as you go, or you might just have to buy them as you go on. And you cannot exit your vehicle in the house and walk around. It's just kind of like a place to store some cars and look at them in Forza Vista mode. And finally, if you pre-order the Ultimate Edition, you could get the Formula Drift car pack, the car pass, the Day 1 car pack, VIP, 2 expansions, early access, which starts on September 28th. As usual, I would expect the demo to be available around mid-September, and if I had to guess a specific date just to do it, I'll try my best to keep you guys up to date on news for Forza Horizon 4, so make sure you hit that subscribe button below, and be sure to check out some of my other videos as well. Thanks for watching, see y'all next time, peace.